Hey, this is The Rich Life. I am your host, Michaela, and today we are talking about Darren Barnet. Darren Barnet was born on April 27th, 1991 in Los Angeles, California. Darren is Japanese American and is proud of where he comes from. However, he had a hard time fitting in with his peers during his childhood. Being multi-ethnic, the actor felt like he wasn't Asian enough or white enough. I felt like I couldn't fit in anywhere, he revealed to Teen Vogue in August 2021. Even coming into acting, I never really thought about leaning into my Japanese heritage because this feeling I have that I'm not Asian enough to do it. And I felt like if I was cast as a distinctly Asian character, there'd be controversy around that. His father, Charles D. Barnet Jr., is of German and Cherokee ancestry, and his mother is of Swedish and Japanese descent. Darren's parental grandfather was swing musician Charlie Barnet. Charlie was a famous saxophonist in the 1930s, and his father was an agent for some of the greatest names like Jimi Hendrix and Earth, Wind, and Fire. I think it's just always been in my blood. I grew up writing poetry a lot and enjoyed writing poetry that rhymed. It was an easy segue that I started writing hip-hop at a young age, and that was a natural transition. I think I get my rhythm from my grandfather and my dad for sure, he told Brief Take. When Darren initially expressed an interest in acting, his parents weren't completely on board. They wanted their son to direct his attention towards something more traditional. However, this passion for acting couldn't be stopped. In high school, he got involved with the theater program, and his mom eventually realized that nothing could stop him from acting. The actor had also been raised alongside his two sisters. Growing up, Darren and his sisters were huge fans of Tia and Tamara's Maori's Sister show. He'd shared a photo of him and Tia via his Instagram account with the caption, "I got to the red carpet with her as a castmate celebrating the wrap of Family Reunion coming out on Netflix. 5 years ago, I could never see this happening. Although my journey continues through the ups and downs of this roller coaster, this was definitely an up point." The Netflix star claimed that his mom instilled hard work in him, even when he was a teenager in high school. He posted a sweet tribute to his #1 lady on Mother's Day, and it said, quote, "Here are some photos from last Mother's Day and also from the at Never Have I Ever wrap party, where I took you as my date and we danced the night away." He captioned his May 2020 Instagram post that featured a series of mom content. "Actually, if I remember correctly, I had to take a break and you kept breaking it down with my castmates." According to his Instagram post, Darren enjoys going to festivals during his free time. He attended Paris Hilton's Coachella after party, Neon Carnival in 2022, and also went to Outside Lands in October 2021. Barnett and his mother then relocated to the suburbs of Orlando, Florida at the age of 12. He has said, quote, "It was kind of a culture shock for me because I grew up in LA until I was 12, and then we moved and I had very formative years in Orlando. The humidity slapped me in the face right when I got off the plane. I grew up in a more middle-lower economic class area of Orlando. The lingo was totally different, the style was different, but I met some of my lifelong friends, and it's a testimony to the South in general. I know a lot of people wouldn't see Orlando as the South, but you travel 20 minutes outside the city and you're on the lake with people that have been there for 3 generations. That Southern hospitality and that culture of let me lean up against a wall and just talk to you out of nowhere. When I moved back to LA, it was interesting. I would wave to people as they drove by me in traffic, I would say hello to strangers on an elevator, and people would look at me funny." He then graduated from Dr. Phillips High School in 2009, where he was the lacrosse team captain. He then graduated from Berry College with a Bachelor of Arts in 2013, where he acted in plays and short films. He wanted to be an actor since the age of 5, but has said he was a very shy kid. Barnett was a huge fan of The Masked star Jim Carrey, thinking, "No one looks like they're having more fun than this guy. I just fell in love with it," he told Collider. After seeing the comedy Dumb and Dumber in 1994, he pushed his mom to give him Lloyd's hairstyle for months and would run around the house impersonating him tirelessly. Growing up, he tried various jobs and realized that he was not interested in anything in particular, but also wanted to do everything. "I couldn't decide, and acting was the one place where I don't have to decide," he explained in his interview on Collider. "I can be a sports fanatic in a movie, I can play a lawyer, I can play a doctor, I can play someone struggling with mental illness, and it forces me to really dive in and do research. I'm able to live at least a little bit of every single day, and it's limitless." In college, he then began acting again. He speaks Japanese and conversational Spanish, and he also studied French. In 2013, after graduating, Darren returned to Los Angeles to fully pursue acting. He also worked as a bike attendant and front desk associate at Soul Cycle on Sunset Boulevard. He has also said this, "I did find a very nice bargain cruise when I was in college. I could not afford it, I put it on a credit card and regretted it later. But we cruised through Mexico, Belize, Honduras. It was with a group of my high school buddies, and that was incredible. I mean, we only got to spend about 6 hours in each place, so you know we couldn't really immerse yourself in the culture. But it was my first time just taking a plunge and being like, you know what, let me just spend the money and then see where it goes." Where it went was into debt. but it was a good time. He made his acting debut in 2017, appearing in an episode of This Is Us. The show premiered on September 20th, 2016 and airs on NBC. It follows the lives of three siblings, Kevin, Kate, and Randall, as they go through their own personal struggles. In 2019, he then joined the cast of the Netflix hit series Never Have I Ever as Paxton. He also appeared in the movies American Pie, Presents, Girls Rules, Love Hard, and Apophenia. Besides acting, Barnet also produced his first movie thriller, Apophenia, which he's described as The Shining meets Shutter Island, according to Interview magazine. I'm playing a character with schizophrenia as well as a post-traumatic stress disorder, so that has been a lot of fun. I'm very excited to show off that side of myself, he told Collider. He's also been in the shows Criminal Minds, SWAT, Turnt, Insta-Killer, Family Reunion, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Blue Eye Samurai, and Samurai Rabbit, The Usagi Chronicles. Although he's rather quiet about his relationship, Darren occasionally posts his girlfriend Michaela. There's no definitive timeline of the relationship, however Michaela has also played a role in Love Hard, so it's likely that the two met on the set. Happy birthday, love, today is for you. The actor captioned his birthday tribute to his lady in July 2021. The pair made their red carpet debut during the Suicide Squad 2 premiere while he supported her in her role as Camilla in the film. In April 2022, Darren announced that he was a brand ambassador for Victoria's Secret new gender-free collection, making him the brand's first ever male model. I'm beyond excited to share some of these new styles, but I am even more grateful that I can be a part of a good cause, he captioned his April 20th, 2022 announcement. I wish mental health was more of a focus when I was a teenager, and my hope is that we can reach those young adults who need to be heard and supported most. Victoria's Secret has been undergoing some changes recently, focusing on more inclusive and diverse marketing campaigns for its brand. Its latest announcement involves the lingerie label's first ever male celebrity ambassador, Darren Barnet. He's been selected as the new face of Pink's gender-neutral collection, which will feature shorts, t-shirts, accessories, and more. Pink is a diversion of the company that was previously aimed at university girls, and the partnership will contribute to Victoria's Secret's ongoing commitment to empower young adults. Barnet is also enlisted to join Mental Health Awareness Month events, sharing his own experiences on Instagram Live. He is a positive role model for teens and young adults, says Amy Hawk, Pink's CEO. When he isn't working on a film or watching Netflix, he writes rhymes, and his voice can be heard on his SoundCloud page. Darren is extremely thankful for the big break he's gotten thanks to Never Have I Ever, but his goal isn't to play the heartthrob forever. He hopes to eventually take on more dramatic roles, and his ultimate goal is to write and star in his own thriller. He may be young, but Darren knows exactly what he wants, and he's working hard to make sure all of his dreams come true. Darren admits he's a writer at heart and said, "I love acting with all my heart, but I must admit that part of me sees it as a vehicle. I wrote before I ever did anything else creatively." And in 2018, he wrote a short film called Glass, which he also had an acting role in. Darren Barnet has said he favors cardio, like treadmill sprints for example, which he claims help him to relax and refresh. He also discussed his gym life while in quarantine back in 2020. He has a net worth of about $1.5 million, and he reportedly owns a luxury Bentley for around $280,000. And that's everything on Darren Barnet. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later.